Warm welcome to Insperience. This is my opportunity to withdraw into my own inner sanctuary. Sometimes we can speak about making time for spirituality outside of real life. But actually, the feeling here is that spirituality is real life. There is a well-known quote from the oldest scripture, the Gita. And it says, "Reality lies in the eternal." And the eternal is the realm of spirituality. Spirituality is real. And when I explore my own sense of self as a spiritual being, I know I'm hitting the target when I feel real, authentic. So I'm not making time outside of real life. I'm making time for real life. I sit here comfortable but alert, much like a student would sit in a school, engaged and preparing to understand. The topic I am exploring is myself. I sit here to understand myself in a way that might seem new, but in fact is not new at all, just long forgotten. And so I have to prepare my study space in order to explore this very different understanding of myself. Not difficult, just different. How do I prepare that study space? It's inside. I simply have to come inside. Most of the time, my focus is outside, even when I think it's inside. My head is filled with thoughts of worldly life, the different roles I play, the different actions I perform or have to perform. The different possessions, things I believe I own. And what these all really add up to are the different ways that I have come to value myself. How I identify myself, how I show up on the world stage. Are so deeply connected to my sense of value. In other words, I'm very attached to the outer world. Even as it becomes more unstable, more uncertain, more chaotic, I'm very attached. My sense of self, my sense of value is deeply invested in that outer world, that physical realm. So even when I think I come inside, I notice all my thoughts are still about the outer world, framed relative to the outer world, not to what is eternal, but what is very temporal, ever-changing. So preparing my inner study space is a patient journey of releasing that grip on the outer world by starting to remember what is eternal, if you will, beyond that outer world. I imagine there is a space in my head, my mind. It doesn't need to be a big space, just a space inside, which I dedicate to spiritual study. Where thoughts of the outer world do not enter, an uncluttered space. I focus my attention there. No roles, no responsibilities, no relationships, no possessions, no sense of time. It's a very simple space. And when I place my awareness there, I start to feel a sense of relief, I have permission in this space to let go of the baggage, to slow down, to release, to not think so much. I don't have to figure things out. My mind feels nurtured in this space. Feels like it can expand and open, relax. Preparing for something different. And I imagine there's a single object in this quiet, uncluttered little space. It's a treasure box. A locked treasure box. And I hold the key. I always have. Locked in that treasure box are ancient spiritual memories, treasures that are eternal, timeless, and true. That the box is locked suggests I haven't experienced the contents for a while. And what is that key? The one I hold? That key is a readiness, an openness, almost a disinterest in the old. I'm ready to return to spirituality, to a very pure sense of my deepest beliefs and values. And with that readiness, I begin to unlock the box. A beautiful, ornate container. What treasures will I find inside? I start to feel a silence, a keen interest, all other thoughts falling away as I open that box. Pulled into silence to see what's inside. My mind is quiet. As I look inside that box, that beautiful box, and what I see inside is so simple. A mirror and 3 unique, sparkling points of light. That's all. The mirror is a reminder to always look at the self with honesty. Not in a harsh way, but always honest. The first point of light reminds me of who and what I am. Even as I look at that point of light, I realize I have really forgotten about the body, my physical life, because that is not who and what I am. I am a spiritual being. And when I come into the body and use the body, I am called a human being. But the body is temporary. I am separate. Without me, the body is no longer living. It's really of no value. I am life. I am the one that is thinking, observing, remembering, not the body. And my eternal true state is very peaceful, very light, simple. My natural nature is not to hold on, but to let go. To allow the temporary to flow, to come and go. Because everything I need is within me. That sense of value I sought outside, it's within me. I, the soul, am a real being and royal being. A being of dignity, of purity, of maturity. I travel through time, taking a body to play a part. But even when I forget, succumb to illusion, even then I am still a soul. Do I remember? All my awareness, all my energy, withdrawing until I feel I am seated behind the eyes, the body fading away from awareness, just the observer, the calm observer. And then even releasing those physical eyes, going deep within the self. Just a point. And in that form of point of soul, it's as if I cannot be disturbed by anything. Because I am at peace with myself, content. Ready to explore that second point of light. What is mine? In every worldly relationship, what have I been seeking? What memory has been driving me? Within every soul is the memory of a perfect relationship. A relationship with a perfect being. That is a being who never forgets, who never loses themselves, never becomes physical, just remains the embodiment of all qualities, all virtues. That being is the Supreme Soul, God. Remembered as the Father of all souls, the eternal parent. And as the child, I have the same DNA. The same capacities. Just as God is a force for goodness, I too am intrinsically good. It's like discovering I am the son of a king. The reunion with my true Father, the one who knows me completely, understands me completely, believes in me completely. Even when I no longer know, understand, nor believe in myself. That memory is there. I am a soul, a point of light, and the one to whom I eternally belong, who provides the most true experience of myself, is the Supreme Soul. Also a point of light, child and parent, just spiritual. And if I connect, everything changes. It's as if I wake up, all my priorities shift. It's as if I begin to see through the eyes of my Father, the big picture, how much I have been sweating the small stuff, thinking it would make me happy. That third point of light, a sense of purpose, how to make my life valuable, what I need to do. I need to learn how to live spiritually again. To live not through quantity, but through quality. Restore integrity. How to live peacefully. The only way the world will change is when we change, when I change. That concludes Insperience today. And in 15 minutes on Zoom, we will have inner fitness. The topic is breathe, breathe. In the chat box, you'll see the ID and password. So if you're free to join, you are most welcome. Otherwise, have a lovely day. Om Shanti.